This storm will kill you.
Look! I'm telling you! You know what I mean, folks?
But if rich people aren't looking out for us, who is?
It makes no difference which one of us you vote for. Either way, your planet is doomed.
You're listening to the Our Take Podcast with Brian Sherman.
He had a full head, all the way till the end. It was white, and I was hoping to get that. I was hoping to get, the full head, and it was really hard to cut it off.
And Spencer Rogers.
To be a good pilot, you have to be able to make good decisions, and I know what my credit score is, so I know I don't make good decisions.
This is the Our Take Podcast.
From Scary Parrot Media Studios in Ogden, Utah, it's the Our Take Podcast, episode 158.
Wow.
I'm Brian.
I'm Spencer.
Welcome to the show, everyone. It's August the 8th, 2025. On this day in history, in 1974, President Nixon announced his resignation. I know I put emphasis on that, on his, because in my mind, I feel like Trump's going to, so I said his.
In what universe do you think that's going to happen?
You know what I mean? I just realized I said that weird. I said his.
Right.
Announced his resignation.
We have breaking news.
Oh, man. 37th President of the United States, Richard Nixon's resignation came as a response to the Watergate scandal. The scandal erupted after it was revealed that the Nixon government was involved in the cover-up of a break-in of the Democratic National Committee headquarters at the Watergate complex. The revelations prompted the Congress to initiate impeachment proceeding against Nixon. His resignation made him the first president in American history to resign while in office. What a lame scandal compared to what we have now. Oh. On this day in history in 1967, is this pronounced ASEAN? ASEAN? ASEAN is founded, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations.
Oh, I don't know.
ASEAN?
Dude, is it? No. They didn't name it Asian.
I think it might be. ASEAN. Asian. ASEAN. I like ASEAN.
ASEAN?
Yeah. It's an economic and political organization which was formed after the heads of Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand signed the Bangkok Declaration. All right. We always have something flying. And on this day in history, the Wright brothers publicly show off their flying machine for the first time. The human air flight pioneers displayed their flying machine and its capabilities at a race course in Le Mans, France. 5 years after they made their first successful flight, the flight piloted by Wilbur lasted only 1 minute 45 seconds, captured the imaginations of their audience and silenced their critics and doubters. What year was the first successful flight?
1906.
Close, 1903, and this flight was in 1908.
Dang.
When they first showed it publicly.
That. I wrote all sorts of papers and stuff about that. I don't know why I didn't know that.
How crazy. Think you put your life savings, your life's work into inventing a flying machine. You get it to fly. Right?
Right.
You get it to fly. And the first time you can show off, though, is 5 years later. That's how slow things... Right? How slow things moved back then.
Right.
Yeah, 5 years is a long time.
It still happens now, though. You'll hear about a discovery or something. You're reading this, paper about it, and it's 3 years ago. Like, what? Why didn't you tell us about this 3 years ago? We're just now hearing about this?
Did you not call YouTube?
Yeah. The older I get, the more I realize how fast time goes by, and realize that was so not very long ago.
Yeah.
The 1906 was not that long ago.
No.
And we've come a long way, but not as far as, they would have predicted back in the 30s and 40s. But it's pretty wild that we have this huge... you can pull up flight radar right now and see just the United States is covered in airplanes right now. There's airplanes everywhere.
Yeah. And
how crazy.
Satellites.
And
I've long maintained that the craziest century to ever have lived would be 1920 to 2020.
It's got to be, right?
It's got to be the most...
And the most change...
I
think we're at I think that we're at a technological plateau-ish.
Yeah.
We've got AI that's going to come kill us all and everything, but like
Oh, it's definitely
the
plateaued.
things that have. I mean, you have electricity, or not electricity, but lights,
No,
air
I mean,
conditioning.
but sure, the advent of electricity
Right.
was before that, but it wasn't readily accessible.
Right.
Yeah, electricity, planes, cars,
Television.
radio, television, phones.
I mean,
Internet.
Just in my dad's lifetime, he saw radio go to television, go to phones, go to YouTube.
Well, you and I,
Streaming.
last generation to grow up without the internet,
that's true.
but then to also have it
yeah,
at a
I
pretty
remember
pivotal time.
I remember getting the internet when Windows 96 around that time.
Windows 95 for us.
Yeah, or
Yep.
something like that.
Yeah.
One of those. So it must have been the late 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of. I mean, obviously, when it first came out, it was nothing compared to what it is now.
No. We were chat room kids, and like,
I did so many stupid stuff on AOL Messenger. I made me and my, I don't know, however we old 12-year-old friends or whatever, we were sitting around like, let's make one that's called Hot Girl Big Boobs. So we made a screen name, and then the amount of messages we got immediately was frightening.
Yeah, the first catfish. You guys were the first catfish.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we should not do that anymore.
I mean, I remember being warned. My parents definitely warned us.
Yeah.
Like, don't give out your real name. Don't you give out our address. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was between chat rooms and like the Sports Illustrated swimsuit website.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically
That was it.
most of the time.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I do remember a buddy, my first internet porn experience.
Oh, with friends?
Yeah. We filmed it and then we uploaded it.
I did not see that coming. Neither did your friend.
we were we were actually the first video on Pornhub.
The first man-on-man video. Let's,
Yeah,
you know.
no, but it was my first experience. We were at his house and he's like, "Brian, come check this out." And I walk in, full just naked woman right there. I was
just
like,
like,
"Oh my
oh.
god, this is
I probably shouldn't be looking at this, but I can't.
this is like
not.
it's like when Quagmire discovers it."
Right. How can I get more of this?
Yeah. Before that, I'm just finding like my brother's magazines. You know.
Yeah, you know, they joke about the Sears catalog, but there was some pretty, you know.
Oh yeah, Sears.
It
Sears
wasn't
held its own.
bad. It came and, you know, there were
I still got a copy.
the original.
Yeah. Softer Side of Sears, 1996, issue 12.
That swimsuit and lingerie section. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Oh, you have just kids don't have any. They don't have any
I
idea.
have no clue.
Got no clue
it's
now.
so easy.
Yeah.
It's so, I mean,
Ubiquitous everywhere.
I think that parents could. I don't know what you could do to stop it from happening now. Like,
it's impossible.
I know my mom back in the day, she put on like every like filter or whatever,
Yeah.
and there was always some way.
Oh,
around
you get
the
through
filter.
it. Well, some creep in a chat room would send you a picture.
Right.
Some guy. What was your screen name? Man, my favorite one. It was like big boobs. I think it was you.
Yeah.
Little did I know, Spencer was sending me porn
man.
from Texas.
Yeah, yeah,
They allow that down there.
of course. No, until you get caught. No. Oh man. Speaking of impeachment,
Yeah.
did you see what happened at the Smithsonian?
Oh my God. Yes. Oh. So the Smithsonian has a presidential. It's just part of the presidential museum, right?
I think so.
And one of their displays is about the process of impeachment.
Uh-huh.
And so it had listed, you know, Nixon, even though Nixon wasn't formally impeached, maybe Johnson, and then Clinton, and then it went over Trump's impeachments.
Mhm.
And people noticed
Right.
that his reference to his impeachment is gone now.
Well, breaking news,
Ah.
as of 3 hours ago, says CNN, the Smithsonian Institution has reinstalled material referencing Donald Trump's impeachment.
It's just weird shit keeps happening. I saw on the official. You have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was the official White House website. Removed bits of the Constitution the other day.
What?
Specifically the writ of habeas corpus, and then put it back because people notice.
Dude, what is
I don't know.
What is wrong with this administration?
I don't know. It's so weird. And now he's trying to take over DC.
Yeah.
It's
like
crazy.
How is anybody still behind this guy and not seeing? It's so blatant now. It's so freaking blatant.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard, he's trying to a former Doge employee.
Oh, and like the 20-year-old.
Yes, he's a kid. Was attacked by teenagers in D.C. in what appears to be a random carjacking.
Okay. Am I supposed to feel bad for him?
It doesn't appear to have anything to do with him being a Doge employee.
Oh, okay.
But that's just that's what happened that prompted this threat of a federal takeover of D.C., which D.C.'s been under its own. It's been a sovereign area since like 1973,
right,
or something. So he's threatening to take it over if they can't get it in control, which is crazy because if you look at like the most dangerous cities in the country, I don't think DC's even in the top 20.
Is it not?
No, it's like it's an urban area. There's going to be crime. There's going to be violence, but I don't think it. Here, let's look. Highest crime rate cities.
Did you ask chat?
No, I just did a Google.
Google? What?
Google.
Oh my gosh.
Dangerous cities. I don't know if these are in order though. Let's see. Murder. I found a Wikipedia. Property crime. Total crime rate. That's fine. Let's just sort by that. St. Louis, Missouri. Top.
Of course.
I'll just run through these real quick. So this is top. Worst.
Oh, I
better.
have a different one. Chat's giving me a different one.
It's not St. Louis. Is it Detroit?
It's Memphis.
Memphis is number 4 on Wikipedia. So
Memphis on this one, Memphis is number 1, then St. Louis, then Detroit.
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe this has. Oh, this is probably per. Let's see when this was updated. I don't know the year on this.
This is as of 20. So as of 2025.
Oh yeah,
according
this is
to Chat at least, Memphis is number 1, which is surprising. I didn't know Memphis was a crime-ridden town. Then St. Louis, then Detroit. Maryland, that's pretty close to D.C.
So D.C., just for the record, on Wikipedia is number 25.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, we have places you wouldn't... Wichita, Kansas ranks above D.C.
Little Rock, Arkansas does as well.
Baton Rouge.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So...
Birmingham, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama.
I saw, what's the chief of the Gestapo's name now? Stephen Miller.
Yeah.
The Goebbels of the United States. Yeah, he was on TV saying that D.C. is more violent than Baghdad and more violent than parts of Ethiopia.
Yeah, I mean all those car bombs that go off.
Right. Yeah, we're talking Baghdad circa 2008.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know how Baghdad is nowadays.
I think it
maybe
might
it's
be rather pleasant now.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
no clue.
But yeah, not even close. Yeah, St. Louis, Detroit, Baltimore, Memphis, Kansas City, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Stockton, California, Albuquerque, and Indianapolis. That's the top 10 most violent cities accounting. At least this wiki page is accounting for murder and non-negligent manslaughter, rape, robbery, and aggravated assault.
Last car bombing in Baghdad, 2021. So
4-year run.
It's been a while.
They got 4 years on that little chalkboard.
Yeah.
Years without a car
without
bombing.
a car bombing.
I mean, back in the day, they were going like hours.
yeah.
It's like 4 hours without a car bombing. 4 years. Oh, that's funny. We get 4 years without a car bombing on the chalkboard. Yeah. So you're saying that the Smithsonian has
That's what CNN is saying.
Repopulated
I'm having a hard time getting the website to load, but yeah.
hopefully it's thrice impeached soon. After the elections next year, I think that he'll probably be impeached again.
I was reading something that says that the Democrats will likely take the House back, but it seemed like the Senate may be
Senate's a little more challenging, I think.
Might be out of reach.
I mean, we'll see what happens with the House. You've been following this Texas bullshit?
What? Which I don't know. Which?
So right now, the most states redistrict. They redraw their districts for the House of Representatives in the first year after the census.
Oh, right.
2021.
Right.
The census is every 10 years on the
yeah,
on the zeros.
yeah, I have. They had the governor of Illinois on Colbert the other night.
So Trump has instructed Texas to redistrict now, mid-decade, in order to flip 5 House seats in Texas to Republicans.
Right.
In order to do that you have to have what's in their state legislature in Texas. You have to have a quorum, so you have to have a certain amount of people in order to vote on these things.
Right.
And because Republicans said that they were going to do this, and Governor Abbott called a special session to do it, a bunch of Democrats fled the state and went to Illinois.
Right.
So to make it so there's no quorum available, so this can't be voted on.
Right.
And so now they've issued arrest warrants, and Governor Abbott and Trump are trying to get the FBI involved to go arrest them in Illinois.
Which is
it's
illegal.
fucking crazy.
It's
insane. But what's off-putting about all of this is that Democrats will have no choice but to play tit for tat here and play by the same rule book.
I think that's about time.
Which means they'll redistrict states like California.
Yeah, something about Florida. Like Florida was gonna.
Well, then Florida will probably jump on to redistrict in favor of Republicans. The real question is, if this tit for tat is played out to its fullest, who ends up with more House seats? And I don't know the answer to that.
Right.
Maybe ChatGPT would know. If the majority, like if redistricting was done to its fullest extent, gerrymandering on both sides was completely maxed,
right?
Who would come out on top? And I honestly don't know the answer.
That's a hard question.
I don't know.
Does Democrats have big state? I mean, Texas is a big state, but California is a big state.
Well, so I read one article, or not, it wasn't an article, so I don't even know if it's true. This is just one thing that said that if California redistricts, Democrats could pick up 9.
Oh, well, there you go.
But that's only 2
New York
states.
Probably. How many seats does New York have?
A lot.
They have to have a lot.
They have a lot. Let's see.
Because they have, despite their size, they have a lot of population, which is wild.
They have 26 congressional districts.
Wow.
United States. Yeah. So a lot. It's a lot. So like I said, this tit for tat, the silver lining is we might actually get both sides to agree that, gerrymandering's fucked up.
Would be nice.
But how long will that take?
Yeah.
And can Democrats play dirty enough to match Republicans in order to save the midterms next year?
So I assume that Trump is doing this because he knows he's going to get impeached.
Yes. He knows he knows he'll lose his House majority.
Right.
So.
Aw.
I know.
Poor baby.
Which is normal in midterms. It's always normal for the incumbent to lose the majority in one of the House, like one of the branches. But
the Republicans should be worried. The economy is way worse.
They keep lying about it though, and people believe it because
who?
Because at the end of the day, like the economic markers that they use don't really affect everyday people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know. They have their heads in the sand, man. It's
Did you
crazy.
see, what was it, Nebraska or Lincoln? It was that senator that had a town hall meeting.
Oh, yeah, I did. I think it was the lieutenant governor.
Yeah.
Or maybe there was 2.
And
got booed. And
he got the best one was, though, when he was like, do you want people who can work to have free health care? And resounding yes.
Right. It was unequivocal.
Like, what do you think went through his mind? He's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That.
I mean, I'm going to skip to show of hands for a second, then we'll come back to your stuff, okay? Just because it's relevant. When I say that I don't know what could what I mean to say is that I don't know what could convince MAGA that things are worse than they think. Because it's a cult. They don't see facts. They don't see truth. I don't know. So I did an experiment on show of hands. Okay, I asked 2 questions. The first question: if conclusive evidence was presented that Obama was involved with Epstein's trafficking, do you think he should be imprisoned? Okay. 61 votes, 86% yes.
Right.
Which by itself is alarming. 14% of people think, nah. Nah.
Wait, how did it break down politically?
91% of Democrats, 86% of Republicans, 88% of independents, and 75% of libertarians think he should be locked up.
So who's the 14%?
I don't know. It's fucking weird, right?
Huh.
It's fucking weird. And alarming. It's like, maybe you didn't understand the question.
Right.
I tried to make it pretty clear. If conclusive evidence was presented that Obama was involved with Epstein's trafficking, do you think he should be imprisoned?
Those 14% might be MAGA people that are like, well...
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's partially, but there were some Democrats. There's one, looks like maybe one... There's one Democrat out of the 12 who voted. 86% of the Republicans out of 23 who voted. So there's 14% of whatever that number is. So not a lot. Okay. Now, my second question. If conclusive evidence was presented that Trump was involved with Epstein's trafficking, would you prefer to see him removed from office? Okay. This got a lot more traction.
Okay.
449 votes.
Ooh.
I'm also sharing my screen so you guys can see this on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
74% say yes, he should be removed from office if conclusive evidence was presented that he was involved with Epstein's trafficking, which means that 26% of respondents here don't think he should be. 97% of Democrats say yes, he should be removed. Only 64% of 139 voting Republicans, only 64% believe that he should be removed from office. Not imprisoned, just removed from office.
Right.
If conclusive evidence was presented. Same with libertarians, only 69%, and independents, only 82%.
Well, that tracks, though, because I've long said that not all Republicans are MAGA. The MAGA is kind of its own thing.
Oh, so you're taking the positive spin.
Yeah.
Which is 64% of Republicans do believe that he should be removed.
Yeah, I think it's split up. I mean, that means that because I feel like the country is currently being ran by a small minority. I don't think that most Republicans are MAGA. I think most Republicans don't understand the news, or don't, or do what their parents have done.
Okay.
Or they're not as educated, or whatever it is. But I think that MAGA is its own. It might as well be its own party at this point.
It's true. I really appreciate the glass half full sentiment from you, because I looked at this and said, holy fuck, 36% of Republicans don't care if there was conclusive evidence that he was involved. They're still like, nah, he shouldn't be removed.
Yeah, because I think that 64% of Republicans didn't want to vote for Trump, but didn't have any other option.
Yeah.
And they've just taken over that there's nothing that could be done. They can't bring themselves to vote for a, snowflake liberal Democrat.
It's not even that. It's what we talked about last week or 2 weeks ago, which is that the power of fear to make you lean more conservative. If you haven't listened to that episode, I talk about how a psychologist, a book I'm reading right now, he performed a study and confirmed his hypothesis, which is if you scare someone, if you use fear, they're more likely to vote conservative and have conservative philosophies during that time. If you can make them feel safe and comfortable, they have less conservative leanings.
That makes sense, because it makes a lot of sense when you think about when you think about AI and its future, right? And it taking over jobs, and you get scared, and you're like, let's stop this progress. You get, all of a sudden you kind of get conservative, and you're like, I want to conserve the way we live now.
Yeah.
I don't want to progress forward. So it's the
100%.
same sort of thing.
100%. What it does is it puts liberals in a really tough spot of trying to prove to people who are now scared that you really don't have anything to fear.
Right.
And that's really hard to do. There have been successful liberals who have done it. FDR, Obama, Clinton, right? You don't have to be scared. Everything's fine. We can keep moving forward. Everybody's safe.
Well, it's because they find the dumbest things to be scared about, too.
But it's not this their fault. The Republicans and conservatives and the right-wing media is so good.
Oh, I know. That's what I mean. Like, they're like, transgender, you need to be scared of that.
Yeah.
And then they push this, and it's like, but not what? You know, how many transgender people got arrested for child molestation this week versus Republicans? I guarantee you the number is staggeringly lopsided.
Right. Yeah. Not even close. Not even
In fact,
close.
someone was
even controlling for
here
population.
in Utah, ex-bishops and stake president just got arrested for
Again?
Yeah, for some sort of molestation. I can't remember what it was, but
It's a couple times a year
yeah,
that a Mormon bishop or stake president is busted for something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, even if you controlled for the number, the percentage of pastors compared to the percentage of transgender people who are
Right.
who are predators.
Right.
I'm confident. Now I haven't run the numbers, so I guess I can't speak to it. But I would put money on it.
Right.
I would put a lot of money on it.
Right.
You know,
And immigrants, same
thing.
situation.
That we do have numbers for.
Yeah.
We do. We have really great numbers for that. The native-born Americans, people born here, are almost twice as likely to be violent criminals than immigrants. That stat is easily found,
Right.
and controlled for. You can Google it, but
Oh man, speaking of South Park, they are just going after they've always been somewhat political, but they've always been
they always speak truth to whoever's in power.
right. They typically, like, if it's stupid, they make fun of it. It doesn't matter which side it is. If it's stupid,
Right.
they make fun of it. But they are going after Trump's administration like I've never seen them go after before.
Yeah.
They had this last episode. They had ICE raid heaven and arrest immigrants, and they arrest this Hispanic guy. He's like, "What did you do to get to heaven? Why are you here?" And he's like, "I was nice to people. I was kind." Like, get in the van. Oh, it was crazy.
Just before I came to pick you up today, I saw a video of a Mexican immigrant person who voted for Trump being hounded by ICE in his car, and him going off talking about, like, I can't believe this is happening to me. And of course he got lit up in the comments like, we warned you, man.
Yeah.
Like, well, I think the most common theme I see right now is like, we failed an open book test. Right? Where everybody knew exactly what was going to happen, and now it's happening, and nobody who believed that was going to happen is now surprised that it's happening.
Right. But all these other people,
Like,
they
we told you this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't know the extent. We didn't know that Congress was going to approve $30 billion for ICE. And we didn't talk about it on the show, but I told you that Governor DeSantis of Florida is pissed at ICE right now for trying to recruit Florida cops.
Right.
They're offering a $50,000 sign-on after 5 years of service, a bonus. So it's not a sign-on bonus, I guess. It's after 5 years. So DeSantis is pissed. He doesn't want to lose good cops. Same thing just happened in Utah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Cox is mad?
Cox is mad because ICE is offering the same $50,000 bonus to law enforcement.
There's already a shortage of law enforcement.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do it because...
Yeah. No, because they're hated.
Yeah.
They're hated. And who else did I... Oh, Dean Cain, the actor.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he...
He joined ICE, and he put out a TikTok video trying to recruit.
He joined ICE?
He joined ICE. Not kidding at all. And I know he played Superman, but he also played a lot of villains. And now I'm realizing that those villain roles were just him.
Right.
Like, he's not a method actor. He was playing himself.
Wow, Dean Cain.
Turns out playing Superman was really a stretch for him. It was very unnatural.
They're going to get, what's his name now, from, Steven Seagal. He's going to join ICE.
Dude.
All these wannabe cops.
Yeah, Dean Cain, man. That fucking guy.
It's
Didn't he host,
ridiculous.
was he the host of like Ripley's?
Oh yeah, I think so.
He did Ripley's for a bit, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure
Anyway.
he's complete. He probably is hard up for work.
Oh, he needs
so
the money.
He needs that 50,000.
He needs that 50K.
No
and
one
then-
is hiring him to be an actor.
Right. ICE is like, we'll give you another 50K if you make a TikTok.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know?
I've got $30 billion.
I should clarify. I pulled that number out. I think it was though.
It's a lot.
Let's find out for the people. How much did Congress give ICE? Oh, fucking $76 billion.
Oh, you lowballed it.
I lowballed it, dude.
there.
Oh man, that's like Mormon church numbers right there. Holy
$76
shit.
billion. What are they? That's no one. And they're paying them like $100,000. That's their salary. It's ridiculous.
Well, there's rumors of bounties.
yeah.
Right? There's rumors of that. We know for sure the $50,000 bonus. That's a big number.
Right.
That's a huge number. Like,
just hand over $50,000.
I know this is simple math, but you hire 10 guys, that's $500,000.
Right.
Right? And they're not hiring just 10 guys. They're hiring like 1,000 guys.
Right.
It's nuts.
I don't think they should be able to wear those masks either. I think they need to
No.
put their face out.
California's trying to pass a law to do it,
Ooh.
to get rid of the masks anyway. Hey, did you see this Mammoth thing?
Yeah.
The Utah Mammoth hockey team is being sued by...
No, that's not right. That's what everyone is saying, that they're being sued. But Utah is actually suing them.
No way.
Yeah.
That's ballsy.
Well, so here-
Hang on, let's clarify it though. There's a hockey gear company called Mammoth Hockey.
there is a bag. They make hockey bags. They make
hockey bags.
oversized hockey bags. They're from...
I went to their website. They have like 6 products.
Yeah. They're not that old. They're like a 10-year-old company.
But that's 10 years newer than this hockey
Well,
team.
here's the thing. Here's the problem is, I guess initially they came to an agreement and they were like, we're fine with this, whatever. But then they had the audacity to send Utah Mammoth a cease and desist and request that they turn over all unsold merchandise to them with the name Mammoth.
So so what you're saying is when the Utah Mammoth were creating their name, they made an arrangement with this Mammoth hockey bag company, hockey bag company. And you're saying that this bag company agreed.
Right. And now that they had a change of heart.
Okay.
And they sent the cease and desist. So Utah is suing them in something called I can't remember the name of the lawsuit. Basically,
it's an IP case, right?
It's to solidify that they can use the name,
Right.
and this bag company they're going to lose, and it's going to probably backfire for them.
We'll see. I mean, maybe
They're taking on the NHL, and
maybe it's one of those any press is good press.
maybe
Because it's not like a judge is going to say you can't tell them to cease and desist, and now you have to go away.
right.
Right?
Right.
I mean, I guess anything's possible. If anything, a judge is going to say, no, the use of Mammoth for the hockey team in no way is a burden to your hockey bag supply company.
Right.
The logos don't even look alike.
Right.
They don't sound the same
Right.
because it's Utah Mammoth and Mammoth Hockey. Like they both have Mammoth, but they don't really sound the same.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I feel like the news and bloggers and people do blogs.
Yeah,
anymore?
people do blogs.
Video blogs, TikTokers are making a way bigger deal out of it than it is, and they're kind of not telling the right. They're like, this company is suing Utah when in reality Utah's suing them.
Did they ever get anything in writing on their initial
I don't know. I have no
agreement?
idea. I have heard that there are social media posts that
damning.
Yeah. So I don't know. I in no way think that Utah Mammoth will lose the name. I think that the NHL and Ryan Smith have way better lawyers than this company's going to have, and way more money and resources.
It'd be interesting. Should be interesting to see.
And based on watching Silicon Valley all the way through, the more money and
Yeah.
lawyers you have, the you're going to win.
They can just drag them
Yeah.
through with a process before they even see a judge.
They could probably bleed this company
Yeah, they just
dry
bankrupt
before.
Listen.
Maybe they'll just buy the company. I don't know.
However, when this story broke, I bet you that traffic to that website the Mammoth hockey
Probably.
website.
Probably.
Probably
That may be what
skyrocketing.
that may be the whole point.
We can sell some bags.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally their website is tiny. It's like 6 bags.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to piss off the whole state of Utah, but,
Yeah.
I mean, ask Yeti how that worked out with their Utah sales.
What they should have done is said, like, can we just license all your hockey gear?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, let's work together here.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out for them in the end, but we'll see. I don't know. I in no way think that Utah Mammoth will lose their name. I can't see that happening. The major sports organization versus a tiny bag company that
If they didn't get something in writing, that's a bit of a miss on the part of Ryan Smith's legal team.
yeah, I have no I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea the
No, they told me on the phone
details.
we'd be fine. It's fine. He sent me a text.
I
It's
mean, if
good.
that's the case, but even so, I still don't think
Yeah.
they have much of a case. But I don't know. We'll see.
And they waited till the hockey team printed like 1 million shirts and jerseys.
I think the balls for them to ask, require to get all the unsold merchandise, as if they're going to be like, oh yeah, take all these shirts.
That's just the first email.
Yeah,
You know, that's just the first one you send. It's always big.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't think much will
$100
come of it.
billion.
Seriously. Speaking of hockey, so I, as you know, have had a hole in my heart since hockey season ended.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm alone in this, because I've gone to
No, definitely. Everybody who loves sports, I think, hates this. Well, except for baseball, right?
Well,
hates the summer.
I heard a joke the other day, and it actually, I love baseball, but they said it's America's pastime because it passes the time until hockey and basketball and football season.
Yeah. Imagine like we were talking about 1906. Imagine like 100 years ago. You know, what did you do all winter?
I don't
You
know,
didn't watch sports.
but it was still happening. Hockey, the NHL was around.
Yeah, but you couldn't
You
watch it.
couldn't watch it on TV.
You have to
though.
read it in the paper.
That's so weird.
Yeah. You have to read
so
a little
weird.
blurb. Hope you don't read the score before you get through the story.
It's so different. That's so different.
It's crazy.
But anyway, so I've gone to several, I think 3, maybe 4 Bees games now to fill in the gap, to fill in the void. And every time I go, I see like a lot of Mammoth shirts, a lot of Utah Hockey Club stuff. Like people are just jonesing so much that they're like, I will do anything
Yeah.
to try and fill the hole that left.
Yeah, probably because it's just something to do. It's something to
Right.
do in the evening.
I've been so bored lately. Like I just stare out the window and hope like a car accident or something happens in front of my house, or a meth house gets raided or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I think we're bored. I mean, especially with like how busy corporate jobs make you feel all day.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're done, it's kind of like, now I'm bored. And we have this like American bullshit drive that if you're not always doing something, then you're worthless.
That is something that I'm literally going to talk to my therapist about that next
It's
week, because
100% an American ethos that's really annoying.
I've had a bad case of it. Me and my brother-in-law were talking about it the other day, how we feel that way. But the weird thing is, we also don't want to do anything. Like I get so bored. I'm like bored out of my mind. I turn on a video game. I play like half a match. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
No,
I don't want to do it.
Well, because it's the same. Like, are you familiar with the Puritan ethics?
Mm-mm.
So this country was settled by Puritans,
Right.
right? And the main Puritan ethic is that hard work will get you to heaven,
Ah,
right?
right.
There's no ifs, ands,
I'm
or buts.
screwed then.
That's the Puritan ethic, and it drives America more than any other country, right?
What about Japan? They like
But they're not Puritans. It's a very different
kill
culture.
themselves. They're so busy.
But it's different. It's different. But and they're legitimately busy.
Right.
Right.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But for us, it's the same. It's another wording for it is idle hands or the devil's playground. Right. Same thing, but it's not true. And trying to deprogram that and tell yourself that it's okay to fucking relax.
Yeah. I've
It's
gotta
really
figure,
hard.
I've got to figure it out
Yeah.
because I'm like burnt out on all my hobbies. Like I pick up my guitar, I play a few chords. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I make some graphics, start on it. Like I don't.
So
I
can
don't
I tell
care
you
to do
about a
this.
study in that same book?
Huh, yeah.
About the Puritan ethic.
Mhm.
So there's a concept in psychology called priming, where you make someone think about something to see if it primes another behavior. Okay? So this psychologist was convinced that the Puritan ethic was driving Americans,
Right.
right? And so he took a group of Asians and a group of Americans, and he primed them both with an idea of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a word scramble, words in different order. Take these words and make a sentence.
Right.
And it was like the sentence you could make was like, "Heaven is beautiful." Okay, so you've primed the subjects with heaven. And his hypothesis was, if I prime Americans with heaven because of the Puritan work ethic, they're going to work harder for me. And he proved it.
Really?
So he primed them with the heaven prime,
Mm-hmm.
and then he gave them anagrams to solve. So now you're just unscrambling words.
Right.
He found that if they were primed with heaven, Americans, they worked harder on unscrambling those anagrams than if they weren't primed with heaven, and they also worked harder than Asian people who were primed with heaven, because there is no Puritan work ethic for Asians. It's an American ethic.
Wow.
Fascinating.
That's crazy.
And now you know that about yourself, that baked into me because of my Christian upbringing and American upbringing, that hard work will get me to heaven. And in some sense, every non-thinking American believes that hard work will make you rich.
Yeah.
Which is not true. I know so many people who've worked hard their whole lives who aren't rich.
Yeah, right.
But mainly that hard work will get you to heaven. If you know that, then you can start to kind of deconstruct that concept and be like, it's okay for me to sit on my hands every once in a while.
Right.
It's okay for me to stare out the window or stare at the sky. It's fun. In Europe, in Spain, they have a siesta every day.
I know.
Every day, the whole country just is off.
Right.
For a couple hours,
It's chill.
everybody's just shut up. Don't send any emails. Don't fuck with me. And so, anyway, reading that study, it really did open my eyes to that I've believed that without thinking about it. And that's the whole point, is that you don't think about it. The whole point of that book I'm reading is that all of this is unconscious. But if you can make yourself conscious of it, you can kind of start to work through it and be like, no, it's okay for me to not do anything right now. I'm not going to go to hell because of it. I'm not going to be any richer or poorer because of it. I'm just going to.
You're right, though, because I feel like I should be doing something productive enough to make money. Like I should. I wish I had more jobs, my graphic design jobs that I could be making extra money. Maybe I should go out and drive Uber, so that I can make extra money.
No one in America. Everyone. Sorry, let me reword. Everyone in America feels bad about having hobbies that don't pay.
Right.
Right. We've been in a band together for most of our lives.
That's true.
And we're constantly like, when are we going to, we got to make it. Can we make it? We got to go on tour. We should record an album. We got to make it. It's like, no, we can just
play.
jam.
We just have fun.
Just jam, have fun.
Fine.
Same with when we do this podcast.
Right.
This podcast costs us money,
That's true.
but it doesn't matter. And so you're trying to kind of rework the thinking here.
That's
And it makes you even more sad when you have children.
Oh, I bet.
It makes it so much worse. You're like, how do I deprogram this shit?
Right.
I don't want my kids feeling bad about being lazy. The Puritan work ethic is bullshit. It's bullshit. There's a good time to work hard. There's also really important. It's really important to be able to relax and be lazy from time to time. It's okay.
Right.
It's fine.
It's not going to kill me.
No. You might go to hell, but it's fine. I don't think hell's that bad. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah, it may be okay. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Oh, yeah. There was another thing. Oh, they asked, this is kind of unrelated. They were asking people if they believe in the devil. Mm-hmm. Right? And that number across the world, over the last 100 years has just drastically declined.
Oh, really?
Not in America.
Oh.
We're so ingrained believing in
weird.
an actual being who is making you do wrong, which is actually funny because if you really analyze the concept of the devil and believe that the devil can influence you, it's actually a cop-out for bad behavior.
That's true.
It makes me, no, the devil made me do it. I'm actually a good person.
Right.
But the devil made me do it. It's my fucking cop-out. Just admit you're a piece of shit.
Oh, man. That's funny.
I totally derailed.
No.
You were talking
that was
about
it was
baseball
great.
fans.
No, that was all I had. That was it. That was
Oh,
it.
because you saw hockey fans. By
Yeah.
the way, you've got on the Texas Big D,
Yeah.
people have Big D's in Texas shirts.
That's not true because I lived in Texas for 20 years.
and you saw your dad's?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, everyone does at some point on accident or on purpose. I don't know.
Yeah. The jersey of the day, you usually go over it.
Oh, yeah. This is just my Dallas Stars one. I wear these because I don't really have any other time to wear them. So, I like jerseys. I'd like to get into jersey collecting. They're just so damn expensive.
Could be a nice jammy shirt. You know?
It's kind of...
It's expensive jammies.
Yeah.
You worked hard for it. Okay? This is your heaven.
I paid this off in 4 monthly installments. So I'm not going to...
With the, what's that, Klarna?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? The payment thing?
Yeah, I think it is
There's a bunch of them.
Klarna or Affirm or one of
Affirm,
them.
yeah. Like you see like a shoe, an ad. How the state of our society, man. You see like an ad for shoes on Instagram. You're like, those look like cool shoes. So you click on it, and the first thing that pops up is 5 payments with Affirm.
Yeah.
No, if you have to do payments on your shoes,
Don't get them.
just save up. Save up your own 5 payments and just pay cash.
But why when I could have it now?
Exactly. See? Yeah, exactly.
Why when I could have it now? Have you ever seen a drone show?
Yes.
Have you?
Wait. No. I feel like I've seen one in person, but not a big one.
Yeah. I saw one at the last Bees game I went to
How was it?
in lieu of fireworks. And it was okay.
So there is much like fireworks,
Uh-huh.
there is a broad range of quality.
I
Like,
would imagine...
some of these Asian
Yeah.
drone shows.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've seen some of them that and this was not that.
Like-
This was not some of the crazy where they,
Like in Korea.
Yeah.
Where it's like an LED screen.
right. This was far from that.
Yeah. Shooting real bullets.
And it was cool,
Yeah.
but there's something about fireworks.
Oh,
they're-
it's the boom.
So maybe they could explode the drones?
Or they could over speakers.
Oh.
Speakers. You make fireworks sounds combined with drone explosions.
I don't think that would work. You
Well,
got to have the raw energy
We'll
of
get
the
to that
fireworks
point.
explosion.
We'll get to that point. You have, you got 1,000,000 watts behind you, you with a few, some subwoofers. I think it could work.
Maybe.
But some of the Asian drone shows are nuts. If you guys haven't seen them, just look up like a China or Korea drone show. Much like everything else in America, we talk a big game, but it's not even
Yeah,
close.
I don't
It's
know.
not even close.
I don't know. I haven't... Any of the ones that I've heard of or seen here are nothing compared to the ones
No.
you see on like TikTok where they make like crazy full-bodied people moving.
Yeah,
and-
it literally it looks like I've seen somewhere they make it look like a movie screen.
right.
They got like a little LED screen on them and they put them all together. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I've thought about that every year. All the fireworks going off. I'm like, what a carbon footprint.
Here's the thing. I like fireworks shows.
Yeah.
I don't like neighborhood fireworks. Like I think if you're gonna do it
Sure.
in at the baseball game or for the city once a year,
But like 12:30
but when I have somebody, and 2 hours past the cutoff time,
doing a
2
whistle.
days after or 2 or 3 days after the 4th or 24th, and it wakes me up, that fills me with rage. Plus, there are the pet issues. The dogs don't like it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Our dog, our dog,
Your dog,
our
Doug.
dog, apparently decided this year that he's terrified of fireworks and broke through a door when we were at one of the baseball games to get I guess under the bed
Yeah,
or something,
trying to hide.
Yeah, to get to his comfy spot. So I don't love the ones in the neighborhood. I do like big fireworks shows.
Sure, I do. I also really enjoy big fireworks shows, but the neighborhood ones, Utah Pioneer Day. I'm not sure. It's like lighting fireworks off at Christmas, in my opinion. Like, what does it have to do with fireworks?
Right. But you know what's weird about Pioneer Day? It mirrors the 4th. Some people think it's a bigger holiday here than the 4th. I don't know if I agree with that anymore. But it's turned into this like Ogden for the parade. They have a huge American flag they put down the center of the street.
Yeah.
It's turned into like an American holiday.
Yeah.
Least we forget that the pioneers that came here
Hated America.
were trying to escape America.
Yeah. And they did successfully.
Yeah.
Utah was not an American territory at the time.
It's just it's weird to me that it's become this huge raw America.
At least I don't think it was. Yeah. It's true. I saw that flag and I was like, that's cool. But then I thought, should be a Utah flag.
Right.
It should be a big Utah
We should be
flag.
celebrating Utah, not celebrating the U.S.
Yeah.
It's just weird that it's become.
It wasn't a territory. It wasn't until 1850.
No, it was not. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. The pioneers
And
came in
yeah,
1847.
they tried to take it from us once and were met with quite a bit of opposition.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. Like, why did we do that? Just the 4th is for
Yeah.
America. 24th can
should
be
be
for Utah.
It should be Utah. And they should probably change the name just to Utah Day.
Right.
The pioneers weren't.
They're not Utah exclusive.
They weren't. First of all, very true. You're exactly right. Most of them were going to Oregon and California, but they weren't. They weren't the best example.
Right.
Of a peaceful people.
Right.
So maybe we just
a few
maybe we
massacres
just
here and there.
Maybe we just celebrate Utah.
Yeah.
Just Utah Day.
Yeah.
I
mean, the whole West could celebrate Pioneer Day.
Yeah.
I mean, every state had pioneers.
Yeah.
It's not somehow Utah thinks they have like our pioneers were special.
Right. It's because they were Mormon.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I mean,
Did you know that the territory was formed in part due to petition the state for statehood from Congress, which was rejected, but the original name of the state was Deseret,
oh, I think I did hear that.
which is kind of a cooler name,
Yeah.
and we didn't have to steal it from the Utes
Right. It is kind of weird that we're named after natives.
that we massacred.
Right.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's kind of American history,
that's
though.
like
so.
that's like Germany killing all the Jews in Poland and renaming it Jewland. Like,
I'm going to take that out. That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's the same, though.
Oh, you're right.
It's the same.
You're right.
Much larger scale, but it's the same.
Welcome to Juland.
It's so fucked up, but it's the same.
Yeah.
Much larger scale, kind of the same.
Yeah.
Like the Utes are sitting around their last campfire.
Mm.
They're like, "Do you hear what they're naming this place after they kill us all? Utah." Like,
I'm sure they were like, well, that's nice. That's nice of them.
at least they're not naming it after fucking Paiutes.
throw us a bone.
They're not naming it Navajo. That's a win. That's for sure.
Weren't there Ute Indians? Like, were they even the majority of the Indians that are natives that were here?
That I don't know.
I feel like there were Utes
even
in Colorado, and
I even studied a decent amount of archaeology in college for my anthro. Major native populations in Utah, 1800s. Let's see what the AI. Several major populations: Ute, Paiute, Shoshone, and Goshute. Additionally, the Navajo people also had a presence here.
yeah, I thought there were. But were Utes the biggest? I don't know.
It didn't say. I'm not sure we would ever get an accurate number
That's
based
true.
on we're trying to whitewash
Right.
what they really did.
Right,
You know,
right.
we didn't kill 2 million of them. There was like 20. There's 20 at
There's
most.
20 around a fire. They were just hanging out. It's fine.
They didn't even have names.
Yeah.
It's fine. They shot at us first
Yeah, with the arrows.
with arrows.
Oh.
Speaking of like we talked about growing up in the last century, how crazy it would be to live throughout the last century.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of another time. Maybe the advent of a gun is kind of a big deal. A carriage.
But carriages have been around.
Carriages have been around a long time.
Since the invention of the wheel, I have to imagine in some form.
Yeah.
Like
you're right.
Carts.
I don't know.
Like the amount of, when you really, really, really look at it, the amount of progress humanity made, and there was. I'm not saying. The Romans, they did some crazy stuff.
They did some crazy shit.
But the amount of progress we made from really the beginning of humanity till
1850,
is
it's minimal
compared to what we've done in the last 150 years.
With the exception of the Egyptians, there has to be some sort of lost tech.
Well, that was aliens. Everybody knows that.
Well, it may have been alien tech, but either way, it was lost.
Right.
We still don't know how they did it.
That is crazy.
That
is crazy.
I find a new rendering on YouTube every once in a while of someone's theory. Have you seen the theory where they built a giant lens and melted rock and then poured it into forms that are the size of the rock? I'm not sure if
that's just as good as any other theory. I don't know.
I don't know if it's a serious theory or not, but the pyramids are weird, man.
Alien ships. They probably are full-blown alien ships. They're just waiting to turn on.
I like that.
Yeah.
like
underneath is the core of it all.
I'd love to go to the pyramids one day.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Apparently it's not as glamorous as you would think.
No, Cairo.
There's a McDonald's.
Yeah. It's I have seen an overhead, and it's this really urban, bustling, kind of nasty place, and then a road, and then desert with the pyramids.
Right.
It's within walking distance.
It's not as majestic as the postcards would make you think.
Just the right angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah. Apparently the Greeks had some crazy tech too.
Yeah. There was stuff.
But none of them had, well, at least we don't know. Any of them have an internal combustion engine or a steam engine?
Not that I know.
Maybe they had
Da Vinci
pulleys.
made some crazy stuff, but
that's true.
But nothing that stuck.
Yeah. The internal combustion engine is crazy that this little thing can power.
Yeah.
It
is pretty wild.
Yeah. Jet engine, it's crazy. Yeah. Anyway.
Humpback whales.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of them being altruistic?
No.
So I guess humpback whales have a feud with the orca whales, killer whales.
Orcas, I think, are dicks.
Well, they're not even whales technically. They're just beefed up dolphins. So, and they are, and so this feud started.
What's the difference? What makes them?
I can't remember.
Like a porpoise?
I don't know. Yeah, it's.
I'm
not a whaleologist.
They're all mammals,
right? But it's the difference between a dog and a cat. I'm sure there's a difference. I just don't know what it is because I'm not that smart.
But in your opinion, or you're saying that scientifically, that orcas are closer to dolphins than they are to whales?
Oh no, they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they are.
It's not just
no, I didn't make that up.
Okay.
But I guess the feud between humpbacks and orcas started because orcas tend to eat humpback whale babies, the calves. They go after them. They're an easy target for them. So they feud. And there have been several documented cases of humpback whales interfering with orcas hunting. There's a picture of a humpback lifting up a seal out of the water.
That's great.
So the orca can't get it.
What do humpbacks eat?
I think.
By the way, I did
krill and stuff.
I did corroborate Spencer here. Orcas are technically classified as dolphins.
Yeah.
The name killer whale is a misnomer.
There have been at least 115 scientifically reviewed instances in which humpback whales have been seen intervening when orcas hunt, and 89% of their intended prey were species other than humpback whales. This article says it's almost like after millions of years of sharing the vast oceans, orcas are on humpback whales' last nerve, so they interrupt their dinner out of spite.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. But they do eat. Yeah, orcas eat big prey.
Yeah.
Like large prey, whereas killer or humpback whales are the krill
They go
and
after
crustaceans,
seals and big fish,
sharks.
sharks. Yeah. Just another instance of animals being altruistic, but in this case,
It's not really.
it's more.
It's vindictive.
It's a vindictive behavior.
Yeah.
Less altruistic and more.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Vindictive, indignant.
Like I can't
Yeah.
think of a time that I've done something that.
Like rear end someone in the McDonald's parking lot.
Yeah.
Like pit maneuver them.
Right. just because they got to the drive-thru before me. Just because they ate my calf.
Right. Yeah. 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 You killed my baby, so I'm gonna pit you in the drive-thru.
Yeah. I'm going to stop you from ordering.
Right. It'd be more like based on their car. Like, I was hit by a Toyota Corolla, so now when I see one trying to get a meal.
The Toyota is actually not even a car. It's actually more closely related
It's closer to a
to
bicycle.
the moped.
I did not realize that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Let me quickly
They're
Google.
Asian.
Let me quickly Google it. Speaking of crashes,
Yeah.
did you see this report about the helicopter plane crash over D.C. back in January? You remember this crash?
Yeah, which I read something about it. I can't remember.
So they had a congressional hearing
Right.
about it, and they released the black box recording and the technical readout, things like that. So you can hear the pilots talking to each other on the helicopter, like right before
Right.
it happens. But there was something in here that was very off-putting to me. Let's see. Aircloud. Let me find it here. Oh, here it is. The NTSB also presented for the first time major discrepancies in the altitude readouts on board U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopters. Now, in your opinion, the United States Army, biggest in the world, how accurate, and you're an aviation guy, how accurate should their altimeters be? What would
very.
you, what margin of error would you give a Black Hawk in altitude?
I don't know that there is much of a margin of error. There shouldn't be, because sometimes you're assigned altitudes in
Right.
500s of 2,500 feet.
So if give me a number, you're like there should be
1 foot. I can't. I seriously.
That's good. We're getting somewhere.
I mean, when you're flying, depending on if you are using an autopilot, you're going to go up and down feet.
Yeah.
That's the autopilot helps with that. It keeps you pretty much right on for the most part. But if you're hand flying, you're gonna go up and down a little. But the margins should be very small.
Okay.
They need to be very small. It needs to be very precise.
Needs to be for sure,
especially in a congested area like this.
Here's a quote from the NTSB investigator. Notably, the barometric altimeters continued to be 80 to 130 feet lower than the helicopter's determined altitude above sea level when flying at speed over the tidal portion of the Potomac River.
Huh.
Barometric altimeters use pressure or gauge altitude and can be impacted by a variety of atmospheric and other factors. To me, that's just fucking unacceptable.
Right.
This is unacceptable. Your altimeter, we're flying, like you said, sometimes within hundreds of feet.
Right.
And we have a margin of error greater than 100 feet?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
That's worrying.
Okay, so that's the first one. The second, let's see. The helicopter route at the time of the collision allowed the Black Hawk to fly as close as 75 feet below planes descending to land on runway 33. So they're allowed to fly within 75 feet below, but their altimeters have a margin of error as much as 130 feet.
That's what it says. They're allowed to.
Yeah.
That's so close.
Yeah.
You know how you could get a downburst and drop 1,000 feet.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Or 100
instantly.
feet, immediately.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's the first one. Now there's another thing. There's warnings that airspaces around airports typically have as well about congestion, but there wasn't this in DC, and the FAA said it's because the airport never asked for it.
The FAA is probably the worst government agency.
Yeah.
They are so slow.
And they
it's
mentioned
crazy.
that it takes 21 steps between a control tower to FAA to get a policy change. 21 steps.
No, it
Here's-
takes years.
Yeah.
Like other countries are so far ahead of us. It's insane.
Here's the next one. The Army was also questioned about flying with the tracking system called Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast, or ADS-B, turned off. ADS-B ADS-B broadcasts an aircraft's location, altitude, and other key factors to surrounding planes
Right.
to prevent collisions, independent of ground-based controllers or radar. Military helicopters still operate with their ADS-B tracking systems turned off every day, including this day, in the Washington, D.C. area, testified Rick Dressler.
Yeah.
It adds an unacceptable layer of complexity and risk to the system.
That's why so ADS-B is what enables you to use. I actually just wrote up or worked on a course about ADS-B for my job. That's what allows you to look at flight radar and see all these planes in the air. It is required now, except for the military, and that's why when you hear the jets, the F-35s taking off, they're not going to show up on this.
There's a quote. The policy the day of the accident was to have ADS-B out off anytime you are conducting anything related to the mission, for example, flying near a mission route or location. Like, guys,
this isn't Baghdad.
what are you thinking?
No, I mean, this isn't like...
You're thinking there's a guy on his phone or some other high-tech device watching the ADS-B with an RPG.
Right.
Like, oh, I see him coming.
Yeah.
I see him coming.
Yeah.
That's what they're worried about? So we got to turn that shit off?
I don't know.
God.
It's...
So not only do you have ADS-B turned off, which would have warned the plane,
Yes.
you also have altimeters that have 130-foot variance when they're able to fly within 75 feet of the altitude of another plane.
That is crazy to me that no one's put that math together.
Well, they did, and while they're questioning, and they're like, "How is this acceptable?" You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, it sounds like, and even reading the report, the transcript from the black box. Let's see. The pilot. Let's see if in the helicopter. In the helicopter, the instructor says he's got him stacked up tight tonight, according to the black box transcript. The pilot responds, "Yeah, kind of busy." The controller asks the helicopter, "Pat 25, you have the CRJ in sight." As the beeping of an alert, the planes are getting too close together, is heard in the background. Pat 25 has aircraft in sight. Request visual separation. The helicopter responds. Another instruction to stay behind the passenger plane wasn't heard in the helicopter, as a momentary press of the radio microphone in the Black Hawk cut it off. It sucks. Which is another
Right.
should we really be cutting off the speakers if someone accidentally hits the button? That seems like easy tech. The instructor then says, "All right, kind of come left for me, ma'am. I think that's why he's asking. We're kind of out towards the middle." "Okay," the helicopter responds, "Fine." Not a second later, the recording captures the sound of the collision. So there might have been definitely some pilot error in there, but also if you're looking at your altimeter and you're given an altitude
That's wrong.
that's wrong, just a huge miss. And then the ADS-B off is crazy to me.
Dude,
That's crazy.
75 feet is... How big
that's
is
nothing.
that? That's like...
That's nothing.
In aviation terms, that's absolutely nothing.
That's like less than a hair.
I can't believe that's... I can't believe that's allowed. Like...
Yeah.
I guess is it just because it's DC and there's a ton of helicopter traffic? I wonder if it's that way in Las Vegas too, with all the helicopter traffic. To me, there should be nothing in the descending
less than
path
1,000. Yeah,
except for cars. Like it should be 0 feet. You know, whatever the altitude is.
well, especially because they're descending so fairly quickly.
Right.
At that point to approach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's a normal descent rate? I know it depends on the airport probably, but
I think like 200 feet a minute.
so within half a minute, you're already within the tolerance of the altimeter on the helicopter.
Right.
Right. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think most people look out their plane window and assume that air traffic control is keeping another plane at least 1,000 feet from you.
There are pretty wide margins like that. There is
like while you're in the air.
yeah,
at least.
while you're in the air, the separation now is for most of them is 500 feet.
Yeah.
They can stack them on on that, but they're normally still not like right on top of each other.
And that's assuming that they're going to like cross paths at some point, right? Not like
Oh, and it's actually depending on which direction you go is your altitude. So if you're going I can't remember what it is. North to south is like 500 feet, 2,500, and then
on the other one's on the thousands.
Yeah.
Okay, like our interstate system.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Not north to south, east to west.
East to
Well,
west
I
is
guess
on the,
maybe I don't know. Anyway,
one of them's on the 500s, the other's on the thousands. So you're always at least
there's wide margins, and for a reason, because you're going 500 miles per hour,
Right.
and
you won't even see them.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Have you ever been in a plane and seen another plane fly
No.
past you? It's
It's crazy.
instantaneous.
Yeah,
like
it's insane.
It's 1,000 miles per hour, basically. You know, I mean, it's. So I don't know. I obviously I deal with aviation, but I'm not an aviation genius or anything.
I thought you'd be interested though.
but
the
that
altimeters.
that to me is wild. That they have that.
Like, don't we have? Why are we using a barometric gauge? I understand having a barometric
I don't
gauge,
know.
but can't we throw a GPS on there?
They probably do have both,
Maybe the ADSB uses GPS, and that's what they have to turn off.
but it is also an old helicopter. So maybe it hasn't.
There was something about the whole family of Black Hawk helicopters that Congress was asking, like, okay, we need to kind of retrofit all of these to have better altimeters and ADSBs broadcasting. You know, like you're in domestic airspace
right.
during peacetime.
Like I get.
What are you doing?
I get. If you've got the president on board,
Sure.
that's fine. Let's have ADSB off.
I even
you know.
understand it, like, for our pilots at Hill Air Force Base, it's a fairly, their airspace is clear over the base, but I even understand it, like, once you get out to the West Desert where they blow shit up, let's turn it off.
Yeah.
Because we're doing a drill. But when you're just taking off from Hill in the middle of Layton, Utah,
Right.
where
Especially when you've got Ogden right next to
right,
it.
Ogden Airport's right there, some jackass might be flying his helicopter wrong
Right.
over the airspace. You know, that happens a couple times a year that someone gets escorted down
That's
into Hill.
That happened at we've probably talked about that before, but UVU student picked they picked the wrong airport and they landed at Hill instead of Ogden.
So scary.
That's why I don't fly, because I feel like that's something
They're so
that would
lucky.
definitely
Like,
happen to me.
luckily, they're not just regular. Like, regular cops would have shot him in the air. You know,
Well, I mean,
if it was
they
a
were
black plane.
You guys see? There's a black guy flying that plane.
We'll get it for you. They shoot him from the freeway. Yeah. That would be terrifying, though, because
I
know
could
they.
just imagine you're flying in. You look over and you're like, "Those are F-16s."
Right.
I'm at the wrong airport.
Yeah.
By then it's too late. You're
Why
down.
do they have Humvees on the runway?
Yeah,
here?
like what? This Ogden Airport is.
You got and you know that's what Hill did. They rolled out Humvees with mounted guns, probably, and
Even though it was all completely unnecessary, I'm sure they did.
They'd make it a
because
drill.
they're waiting for it. They're like, "Oh, sound the alarms. We basically have a Russian on the runway right now."
That's probably, I would imagine there's some team at Hill Air Force Base that's their only job.
Probably.
Is just base security,
Probably.
airspace security, you know. Yeah, you're playing Call of Duty and you hear the alarm and you got to scramble your F-35 because some jackass landing their Cessna on the runway.
Oh man.
Okay, I had a would you rather. It's not really a would you rather, but it's like I like to find out people's max before they would go a different direction.
Right.
Right? Like the Lindsey Graham.
We haven't talked about that on here, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, let me just what I want to know is jail versus ankle monitor, and then also jail versus house arrest. How long would you have to be sentenced to wear an ankle monitor before you'd prefer a shorter jail sentence? Let's say a year. Let's say you're sentenced to 1 year in jail. Is there any amount of time that you would rather wear an ankle monitor than do a full year in jail?
That's a good question.
And let's start high.
Having not been to jail and only having the reference of TV shows.
And an ankle monitor might not be the best one. It was a TV show that prompted this. I was like, I wonder how bad that would suck to have a big, heavy, weighs like 5 pounds on your ankle. Like, would you rather wear that for 10 years or go to jail for 1 year?
Not being able to leave my house
Well,
would be some kind of torture.
Okay.
Just because of how small my house is.
Let's forget the ankle monitor one. Let's go house arrest.
Yeah.
How long would house arrest have to last before you'd say, I'd rather just do 1 year in jail?
Well, here's the thing.
Would it be easier?
If the student loan people called me and said, "Hey, would you spend a year in jail to get rid of your student loans?"
Oh.
I would say yes.
Yes. Which then, if you're listening, you should really join the Army if you want to go to college. Is what Spencer's saying.
That's true.
Just dedicate a few years of your life to the Army. They'll pay for college.
Oh yeah, because past Spencer was like, that's future Spencer's problem, and now future Spencer's frankly pretty pissed off at past Spencer.
Yeah, and worried about future Spencer.
Right.
Which past Spencer should have been.
Yeah.
Like if you had to do, you had to do 5 years.
If I had to do 5 years in prison.
No, 5 years of house
arrest.
Or 1 year in jail or prison.
Oh, I think I might take the 1 year in prison.
What about 2 years? Could you double it?
I don't think I'd want to do 2 years.
All right. That's interesting to me.
I don't know, though. House arrest in my house would be pretty torturous.
It's kind of like jail.
Yeah, it really is.
With less rapey.
That's based on the reality. Have you ever watched the
60 Days In?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on watching those with those are real experiences. They're like
no one.
It sounds pretty terrible.
And there's no I feel like there's no chill in jail.
Yeah.
Like no one. There's the politics.
Right.
The politics are insane. Like if you haven't watched 60 Days In, it is pretty fascinating.
It is a very interesting. If you've never seen it, they take.
Confederates. They take normal people who are have no prison sentence. Yeah.
And they say, hey, we're going to pay you this much money. Or I guess I don't know if that's ever discussed.
I think it's just like you're on the show.
Yeah, there has to be some kind of financial compensation.
I don't know, man. There's some
I don't know. But
they cook up a story about what they got charged with.
And the warden agrees to it. The warden's like, we're going to take this and use it as a feedback opportunity.
Because the guards don't know.
The guards don't know. The only one that knows is the warden. Yep. And there is they have cameras inside, and there is a film crew that comes in to do interviews.
Yeah, they tell the guards they're doing a documentary.
Right.
And the other inmates.
But genuinely nobody knows.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
That's what the show is positing anyway.
And there are people that drop out immediately.
Yeah, they have
they spend one night and they're like, I can't do this.
They have like a secret sign. If they go to the security camera and rub their head, that's the sign that they want to be pulled as soon as possible.
Right.
So the producers have to pretend like they're there to interview, and then they just pull them out. But it's crazy. But the point is that you watch this show, and it's like no one is allowed to just relax.
Right.
There's always politicking and gang fights, and sometimes if any of these cast members volunteer or whatever on the TV show do anything illegal,
that's true.
They'll get charged with a real crime.
Yeah.
So if they fight, if they hurt anybody, if they steal,
right. Which to me makes sense, but it's also like, why would you put yourself in that situation?
It's entrapment. You're entrapping yourself. So this influences your decision about how much house arrest you would take based on just the fact that you, at least in your own house, you could relax.
And of course, it does. There is a difference between jail and a federal prison.
Yes.
And if you're talking about federal prison time, I might take the house arrest because that place has got the worst of the worst. Jail, you've just got,
It's true.
You've got bad people, but you don't have...
I guess you have to assume the worst. So think of the worst possible prison experience, whatever it is, and that's what you're up against. That's when you decide, no, I would rather do 5 years house arrest than to do 1 year of that.
Right.
Or I'd rather do 10 years You know,
terrible.
and it'd be interesting if judges did that.
Yeah, it would. It would also be interesting to see how many people after a few months of house arrest are like, jail.
Yeah,
It's not looking so bad.
at least I get to talk to,
'Cause-
see people daily.
You got to imagine most of these criminals don't have giant houses.
No.
It'd be one thing if you were a billionaire and they put you on house arrest. You've got all the amenities in your house. But me and my little 800 square foot house, that'd be some kind of hell, man.
It'd be rough. That would be rough. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like these questions because I genuinely don't know what I would choose.
Can I test out the waters in prison?
Right.
See how things go. See if I can get in with the white supremacists. No.
Yeah. Can I get in? 60 days in is like, I don't know. And then maybe there are some places that are better than others, but it seems like there's just so much drama always happening.
You got to imagine criminals are dramatic people
Yeah.
because normal relaxed people don't commit a lot of
Sure.
chill people don't do a lot of criming. We don't.
Yeah.
We speed. We
That's true.
But
It's that Puritan ethic.
people who are people who have enough drama to kill somebody else or there's going to be drama. There's going
Yeah.
to be a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you should watch 60 Days In, though. There's some pretty good ones.
Yeah.
In fact, I think there weren't there a couple people who got in legitimate trouble, like they like,
I can't remember. I think
Or
I've
maybe
only
they
seen
just
like 2
teased it with-
seasons.
yeah.
And I remember a lot of people dropped out, and there was a guy that actually, I think, extended.
Yeah, he's like, I want to keep, I
Yeah.
like this. Speaking of people dropping out on TV shows, did I ever talk to you about Alone, Australia? You ever watched Alone? So it's when
No.
the people are dropped off in the middle of nowhere with their own camera gear,
Oh, okay.
and it's how long can they last, right? And most seasons, like 70 days, maybe up to 100 days, that the winner wins $500,000. And they have like a list of 11 things they can bring. They can choose to bring. So I've watched all the seasons of Alone, America, the American production. It's not in America. They go to like Canada and Alaska. So I watched all those, and Quinn, my daughter, wanted to watch more. So I was like, let's watch Alone Australia, right? It's got to be some difference between Americans again. Like the first season that I started watching of Alone Australia, like 3 people dropped out on the first day.
Oh, really?
And that only happened like once in the American production.
Really?
Yeah. It was weird. Like they sit down like on a log or like stub their toe and they're like, fuck this.
That would be me.
And
For
they
sure.
have a sat phone.
Uh-huh.
That's their only equipment. And the crew comes out like once a week to do med checks. I think they might send texts as well. That's like, just make sure you're still alive.
Right.
Because you're in the element. Like there's bears, there's animal. Like you could, one guy shot himself with an arrow, like in his thigh.
Jeez.
Yeah. So he was obviously done. Right.
Right.
But yeah, watching that show, I couldn't do Alone,
No, that would be awful.
but I also would never sign up for Alone. So these people who sign up for it do all the prep, get all their shit, and go out and don't even make it 24 hours is crazy.
That is crazy.
It's the same conversation about I would never be a cop. I could never be a cop. Therefore, I would never be a cop.
Right.
So it's the same thing. Like, you can't get
Maybe-
mad at me for saying that
maybe some of
I
these
couldn't do
people-
it. I know I couldn't do it. But these people said they could.
Maybe they're not self-aware enough
Yeah, I
to
don't know.
realize that they can't do it. And once they get out there,
Yeah.
it all hits them and they're like, oh,
Oh, shit.
I can't do this.
Yeah, it's disappointing. There was one American season where it was pretty funny. The producers, they cut it. They cut it in a way that did not look good. Okay? His like diary cam was talking, he's like, it's all about PMA, positive mental attitude. You got to have a positive mental attitude when you get out here, right? And then it's like the next scene is day 1, him going home. It was so
What do you
rude.
think happened that night?
No, it didn't even get to nighttime, dude.
Oh,
He didn't even sleep
something
there.
happened to that guy.
Yeah.
Like, he saw a bear.
I'm not going to tell you guys I got raped by a bear,
Like-
but I got to go.
Like a mosquito bit his balls. I don't know. Something happened to that guy.
And they do, like, these guys have some rough shit happen to them.
Right.
Right? Like, it is way more of a mental game than it ever is physical. In fact, most seasons, maybe not most, a lot of the seasons, the winner is chosen simply because the runner-up is pulled for medical reasons.
Oh.
Like, if you lose too much weight, if your body starts to deteriorate, the doctors will pull you. And that's usually how people win.
They have to like hunt for their own food and everything?
Everything. So their list of supplies, it's like 11 things, I think. Typically what it is a sleeping bag, a tarp, a knife,
A fleshlight.
a fleshlight, a saw, some lube, just like a flint.
Right.
Though you choose. You can choose.
Mm-hmm.
Like one woman on Alone Australia didn't even bring a sleeping bag. She brought a giant, she wore a big coat. And that's what she used for her sleeping bag. So
Be cold.
yeah, it wasn't the coldest environment.
Based on my last camping trip without a sleeping bag, I could tell you that would be pretty miserable.
Alone, it's good, man. In some of these seasons, they do go to places up north where it snows, and they're by lakes or rivers that freeze, and it's crazy. It's crazy what some of them can do. I could never do it, ever.
No, that's
But I also know that if I was going to sign up, I would definitely make it more than one day.
at least.
I love my family,
Uh-huh.
and I miss my family when I leave somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Like if I have to go on a business trip or something, it's hard.
Right.
It's rough. But this was like day one, and this guy is looking at the picture of his family, and he's like bawling.
Come on, man.
Like,
Come on.
it's hard. It's hard. I know that about myself. I know I couldn't do it. So it might be me if I were forced to sign up. But I would never sign up.
Right. Right. Oh my God. That's amazing. I think it's time for Secret Sound.
Ooh.
Here is Brian Sherman's Secret Sound.
What's going on out there?
Be the first person to guess this secret sound on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or email us, and we will give you some podcast swag.
I think this might be the hardest one we've ever done.
That's what she said. Yeah.
But if you are a millennial, chances are probably
Maybe even Gen X.
maybe it may be more male leaning.
Sure. It might be a little more male.
But chances are you had one of these. Brian showed it to me. I was like, I definitely had one of those.
Yeah.
So here is the sound.
There you go.
One more time. This is along the same lines as one of our last ones. Not the last. No one got that
Yeah.
one. But the Connect 4. People got Connect 4. This is kind of along those same lines.
Yep.
No, it's not a game. Or maybe it is, but it's not. But I think I've given you all the clues. And if you heard that, maybe it pings your brain.
If you're a millennial or Gen X, think childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chances are you definitely had one of these. Everyone had one.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you these random headlines.
All right, finishing off the day with a few random headlines. I don't know why I just don't send these to you beforehand. So you can...
That's all right. I just do a quick Google image.
A fish dropped by an osprey causes a brush fire and power outage.
That big plane?
Yeah. Firefighters in British Columbia determined a power outage and small brush fire were created when an osprey dropped a fish onto a power line.
Oh, man. That fish got toasted, man.
I know. Ashcroft Fire and Rescue said on social media that the firefighters responded alongside utility workers from British Columbia Hydro and Power Authority, as well as nearby ranchers, when a brush fire broke out near Highway 1 about 3.7 miles south of Ashcroft. The flames were extinguished, and firefighters quickly determined the fire had been caused when a fish struck a power line located more than a mile from the nearest body of water. The fish had been dropped by a local osprey onto the hydro line. How do they know it was an osprey? Causing embers to drop along. They're not the only birds that eat
The
fish.
other thing I'm thinking is, does that mean that the fish caught on fire mid-flight? Like, it hit the power lines, started on fire, and then hit the ground and started the fire.
I guess the fish is pretty charred.
Yeah, you could eat that fish.
Yeah.
If you were on alone,
It's
you could
cooked.
totally.
How great would that be?
It's you find a cooked fish.
What would go through my? This fish is cooked. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, it mess you up. It's like the Hunger Games. Somebody must have dropped this for me. Yeah, they're kind of demonizing osprey here by just assuming.
I'm assuming they're joking, but it says the suspected osprey has been caught and is being held in custody for questioning.
Couldn't they like? It could have been a hawk. It could have been an eagle.
You know, hawks don't really eat that, but it could have been an eagle for sure.
Could have been an eagle. Why you got to blame it on the osprey?
It probably was ospreys,
Yeah.
though. They are pretty.
Can osprey land vertically like the aircraft? Is that why we named that?
You know, that's a great question. No. I mean, they kind of appear that way when they land on the water, I think. You know,
Okay.
'cause they hit it sort of vertically, but
Yeah.
but no, not in the sense like the osprey.
If you don't know what the osprey is, it's the one that's like two propellers on the side that can go vertical.
In fact, there's no birds that could do that, so I think they would have been better off naming it like a bumblebee or something.
Right.
You know, like something
Hummingbird.
that- yeah, yeah, hummingbirds can.
Hummingbird would be a
Yeah,
great
that would
name.
make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
An Indiana man's towering sunflower is officially a world record breaker after being measured at 30 feet and 7 inches tall.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Fort Wayne resident Alex Babich,
But bitch.
yeah, previously attempted to break the U.S. record with the sunflower he grew last year, but ultimately fell short.
30 feet. How do you do that? I mean, I guess it's kind of the same question I have about pumpkins.
There's a documentary. A documentary named Bloom chronicled his efforts, and the crew returned to his home this week and filmed the moment his sunflower, which he named Clover, unofficially beat the Guinness. It says unofficially beat the Guinness World Record of 30 feet and 1 inch.
Cut it down before they could measure.
I know. Clover broke the U.S. record last week when it reached 26 feet and 8 inches tall. The city of Fort Wayne supported Babbich's effort
But bitch.
by providing him with a cherry picker to protect Clover from squirrels. Oh, I didn't even think about
You know,
squirrels.
Ashley grew a couple sunflowers a couple years back, and they just in our garden, they got they were probably 7 or 8.
Yeah, they get tall. There's some
But
in my
30
neighborhood.
feet is something else.
I'm guessing I haven't seen a picture of this sunflower. I'm guessing it's like one of the Russian ones that are huge,
Huh.
like the ones that you actually get sunflowers out of, seeds out of.
Well, ours had seeds.
Like big
Yeah,
ones?
yeah, like
Oh.
legit seeds.
Was it the big, huge flower,
yeah,
though? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
giant face. It's like they're probably like 12 inches across. Yeah.
I think they're called Russian sunflowers, even though
you're
sunflowers are
thinking-
native to...
You're thinking like
America.
the wild ones that don't.
Yeah,
really,
yeah, those are. There was one growing in my front yard. It was growing, and I was like, "Oh, that's nice. There's a sunflower in my yard." And then my dad came over,
chopped it down.
and chopped it down one day because
I wonder if it's like a male female thing.
maybe,
Maybe. But like, have you ever seen the pumpkin growing time lapses?
Oh yeah,
And they grow like
the huge pumpkins.
the diameter increases like 12 inches in one day.
Really?
Yeah, like there's go to TikTok. There's time lapses of people growing the ones they're trying to break records.
Right.
And I don't understand how that works. Like how much water, like how is it getting that much water?
I don't know.
But you watch the
It's-
time lapse and you can see the time on the bottom, and yeah, you're within one day. It's like from here, like 8 inches to like 16 inches. And it's crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Cyclones, a minor league baseball team based in New York, held its annual Seinfeld Night promotion, where an Elaine dance contest stole the show. The team has held Seinfeld Night promotion since 2014, and this year's event featured a contest to emulate the dance performed by Elaine. What's her name? Elaine
Bennis.
Bennis. Mm-hmm. In the season 8 episode, "The Little Kicks." Major League Baseball shared a video of the event on social media showing dancers of all ages, many in Elaine cosplay, attempting the dance described by George Costanza as a full-body dry heave set to music. Olivia Vessel, a New York-based actress, was named the winner of the contest. And she is cosplaying as
See, this is why baseball.
Elaine. You know,
This is why baseball.
minor league baseball has a lot of crazy stuff like that. Like have you seen the John Oliver Moon Mammoth stuff where they renamed the team for a
Yes,
few days to
yes.
be the Moon Mammoths.
Love it.
They even made a mascot and everything.
Yeah.
So get out to see minor league baseball.
They don't
It's-
take
it's fun.
themselves seriously.
Not really.
They play the game, and in between innings, they have fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
America's pastime.
Minor league baseball.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
that about wraps us up, I think.
That's it. Well, go make your guesses on the secret sound. You can email us, too, if you'd rather. If you don't have social media, just ourtakepod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Find us at the Our Take Pod on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. Not Twitter. Well, that's an old throwback.
Yeah, no Twitter.
Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. For episode 158, I'm Brian.
I'm Spencer. See you next time.